Drinking vodka at school. Yo, what's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report was sent in by Happy Trees. The drugs used, alcohol and THC, at a dose of 6 shots of vodka and a few hits from a dab pen. The route of administration, orally and smoked. Gender, male. Weight, 130 pounds. Age, 15. Prior experience includes shrooms, alcohol, and cannabis. And the setting, at school. Okay, so today, we're covering another report coming from Happy Trees. If you don't know, we did do a report of his first time on mushrooms while at school. You can say he carries over a similar attitude with this report, as he and a friend decided to drink hard alcohol at school, while also sneaking in some hits off the dab pen. But this is a pretty straightforward report, and a common occurrence for many users I feel like today. Nothing crazy happens in this report, and it's just the casual telling of how alcohol was for Happy Trees while at school. Just like his shroom trip though, this was pretty risky. They were taking shots in class with the teacher around, and if they got caught, they could have easily ended up in a shitty situation. But regardless, this report is pretty fresh, we don't really have one like it, and it's a nice little tale. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, so without further ado, let's dive right into this. Onset, 20 minutes. Duration, 2.5 to 3 hours. So my friend AJ and I decided to get some drink. We chose vodka because it's a high percentage and cheap. AJ took a bottle from his grandmother. There was a little more than half left in it, and we were going to take 4 shots each. I've drank before, a lot actually, and haven't been able to get drunk. I believe this was due to being 14 and young, so my body didn't react. We got into Spanish class, sat down, and I asked him if he had a shot glass to measure our dosages. He said yeah, poured the first shot, and downed it. I asked if it was watered down. He said it wasn't, and that it was raspberry flavored. I took my shot. It was easy to get down. No burning or anything, but I could feel it enter my intestines. This was at 9:50. We took our next shots, and I kind of felt scared that the teacher would see. After our third shot, this fear went away, and I had to pee. At this time, 10:05, my eyes felt weird when I moved them, or my head. I disregarded this as coincidence, and we took our 4th and final shots. And 1 minute later, I started to feel a little excited and energetic. I could actually do my work. There was a slightly noticeable buzz going on. I stretched and felt the alcohol in my stomach. Not nausea though. I just felt it being absorbed for a few seconds. I never got sick during this experience. After a while, I didn't really feel that 4 was cutting it, so I hit his dab pen a couple times. It was a filthy blackberry kush. I didn't feel it immediately, as the alcohol felt fairly similar to weed at this dose. After a few minutes, at 10:20, we took 2 more shots, leaving us with 6 shots of Smirnoff each. Motion. Particularly, moving my head felt strange, but in a good way, and speech was somehow easier than if I were stoned. I felt the 2 shots and the few hits kick in simultaneously. I didn't realize how buzzed I was until I took out the bottle, and to our astonishment, it was empty. I was freaked out and asked him if he drank more. He said he didn't. I just didn't believe we drank that much and only 12 shots. The rest of the day was good, and as far as effects go, I wasn't impaired. The most notable effect would be my perception of time. Instead of just linear, it felt as though someone had a remote to my life and kept clicking pause and play 3 times a second. Kinda hard to explain. I would call it a strong buzz, not drunk. No stumbling or slurred speech. It's been 3 hours since then, and no after effects. I'd defiantly do it again. Thanks, Happy Trees.